Here's an example of a project one of my students did. She developed, this is a master's student, she developed an online mentoring program that connected middle school students with college students around the issues of science. And she developed a prototype that was about the anatomy of the heart. And she decided to take it to a middle school we have on campus where we can have a research relationship. And she initially thought, I'll go in and I'll show the program to them and ask them what they think about that. And the more she thought about it, she thought, well, maybe it might be interesting to do something different than just say, what do you think about it? Because there's a tendency when you ask an audience in a focus group what they think about something is they can move maybe, this big beyond what they already know. It's difficult for them to imagine. An industrial designer said one time, could you imagine the Sony Walkman having been invented by a focus group? Not likely. So when you have big leaps in the idea of things, it's not going to come from that kind of discussion. So what she did was draw on a piece of paper a rectangle, and she went in and told the kids, this is a remote control. I want you to tell me what the buttons do on the remote control to interact with this program. And so what you see here are things, it's probably hard to read, I can read some of these. They wanted to change the owner. Well, what they were telling us, they wanted to know what a human heart looked like compared to a monkey, a dog, a shark, a snake, a lizard, a frog, a hippo, a bird, and a fish. Well, that's kind of an interesting thing. And she would not have thought about that. She was working literally from the content that the textbook had presented. They wanted to give it disease. So cancer, a clot, and fungus. I don't know if hearts can get fungus, but it was kind of interesting. They wanted to subject it to certain kinds of stress. And so to see how it functioned under that. She would not have gotten this information because that was not built into the prototype. And so what the process of using this little idea of a remote control did was open up the possibility of what things might happen in this that weren't happening in the tool that she had made. And this is what Liz Sanders calls make tools. That people will tell you one thing, they will do another thing, and they will make yet a third thing. And the opportunity to make actually gives you more information.